Good evening, Prescott Valley. This is the Parks and Recreation Commission meeting for September 10th. We'll start with a roll call, please.
Commissioner Trevini?
Here.
Commissioner Fallman?
Here.
Commissioner Brinkman?
Here.
Chairperson Gummer?
Yes. Moving on, we'll go to the approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
I'll second it.
I have a motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. Moving on, the approval of the minutes for the August 13th regular meeting.
I'll make a motion that we approve the minutes of the August 13th regular meeting.
I have a motion and a second.
Second.
A motion is second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, moving on, we'll go to scheduled announcements. We'll start off with program, classes, and special events with Brian.
Yes, sir. We have a couple for you this evening. Our first is Saturday, October the 5th, is our annual Run for the Hill of It, up Glassford Hills Summit Trail, right here in Prescott Valley. This is a fun run, hike, and walk event. Pre-registration closes Friday, September 20th. For more information, contact the Parks and Recreation Department at 759-3090 or register directly online at pvaz.net. Also, for the Commission and our listening viewers, we are going to be conducting some trail maintenance over the next couple of weekends. So if you've been out there, you've noticed a lot of the monsoonal and Mother Nature activity that's taken its toll out there on the trail. But we will be attending to those here in the next few weekends, so you're going to see some equipment and people out there. So if you're on the trail, just be patient with us for a little bit. We'll be able to make some maneuvers and let you go by and use the trail in its complete capacity, but please be advised. We have some new classes coming up here through your Parks and Recreation Department. Our first is Backcountry Chef. This is a program in which backpackers Tom and Alicia Banks will teach you how to prepare and dehydrate food for camping, backpacking, hunting, and more. Our first class is scheduled for Tuesday, September 24th. For more information, again, give us a call at the office, 759-3090, or register online at pvaz.net. Another new class, also by Tom and Alicia Banks, is Becoming a Backpacker. This is helping you get started on the right foot to backpacking adventures. First class is Saturday, September 28th. Registering again online at pvaz.net. And the last new class for announcement this evening is coming to you. This is called Dark Alley Defense. Yes, we're being dramatic here. But this is a free introductory class that will be hosted on Monday, September the 9th, which was yesterday, with many other classes following on Mondays and Wednesdays to grow your self-confidence and learn how to keep yourself safe. Our new self-defense class will teach students to learn the proper step-by-step techniques, all within a safe classroom environment. These are held again Monday and Wednesday evenings, 6 to 7 p.m., and these are designed for students ages 13 and up. For more information, give us a call, 759-3090. We look forward to having you there.
Where is that one held, Brian?
This particular class is held over at the Mountain View Elementary School.
Thank you.
You are welcome. All right. So with that being said, that concludes our announcements for upcoming programs, services, and events.
Very good. Any questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll go on to tonight as a special event for us. We have a couple of guest speakers, some fine young men that are here tonight. They're going to be working on some Eagle Scout projects. We have Benson Morris and Caden Maynard tonight with us.
Good evening, Commissioners. I'm Brian Whitty, Parks and Recreation Director for the town of Prescott Valley. I'm joined here with a couple of my newfound friends coming to us from Troop 7093. That's exactly right, out of our Grand Canyon Council. And they are working on a project that would involve some improvements over at the dog park. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. And so I have with me Mr. Benson Morris and Mr. Caden Maynard. So welcome, guys. How are you today?
Good.
Good.
Good? All right.
Yeah.
Well, we've known each other for a couple of weeks now, haven't we?
Yeah.
All right. We've been working on a couple of different ideas so that you guys can go from being Life Scouts to Eagle Scouts, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Now, Eagle Scout, you guys have to accomplish that in a certain period of time, don't you? Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, when do you need to get Eagle Scout rank achieved by?
By December.
Okay, now that's your project, but do you have to end by like 16? Do you need to do it by then?
18.
18, okay. So how old are you, Benson?
13.
13. How old are you, Caden?
13.
Oh my gosh. So you guys are like on the fast track then on this whole project. That's outstanding. Good, 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 good. So we've been talking about a couple of projects, and the one that I think we're focused on right now are some improvements over at our dog park. Am I right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, cool. So we've kind of done a couple of different things already up until this point, right? We went out to the Mountain Valley Park and we did a site visit, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. What did we discover out there?
We discovered that the park is rusted and needs better equipment.
Okay, so we've got some stuff that's been around for a while, right? Mm-hmm. And we want to kind of come up with some ideas in regards to how to make some improvements, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so we went out there, we kind of checked it out a little bit, we got some understanding of what we needed to do, and then you guys went back home, took about a week's worth of time, and you guys did some research. What did you guys find?
We found some ideas for new equipment for
Okay.
dog parks.
All right. What kind of cool things were those?
We have tires. We have play tubes.
Okay, yeah, exactly. And then what else kind of stuff?
Agility steps.
Exactly, okay. So cool. So some of this kind of stuff we've got. Some other stuff we're going to have to make, right? Mm-hmm. And what's kind of the important things that we need help with? Probably going to need some
Muscles.
muscles, yeah. So muscles are going to mean what?
More people.
People to help us, so we're looking for some volunteers, okay?
Mm-hmm.
What other stuff are we looking for?
We're looking for donations.
Okay, some support stuff. So donations could be what to couple of things?
Equipment.
Equipment, okay, or materials, supplies and materials, and what else?
Or funding.
Some funding, okay. So the cool part about that is if folks do want to help us with those kinds of things, they could make donations to the Scouts, okay, in this case your council. We can help on the park side of things because we've got a Friends of Prescott Valley Parks and Recreation group. So both of those are 501c3s, so folks can find that being very helpful. Wouldn't you agree? Mm-hmm. All right, cool. So you guys did your research, you found out some different pieces of equipment and those types of things, and we've got some ideas in our head, but we also thought, you know, we don't know everything or everybody that's using the dog park, right? Mm-hmm. So you guys took some more time and you constructed what?
A survey.
A survey, okay? So what that means is that we've got some ideas that we want to share, and the survey is also going to be asking people what?
What they want for the dogs. For the dogs.
So what's important for them and their puppies, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, all right. And you guys are focusing on the whole dog park. One of you is kind of doing one side and the other one's doing the other side, but we're looking at all of the dog park. So now surveys are going to be starting when?
As soon as we can.
As soon as you can. Okay, so I know you got a couple of dates in mind, right? And I think maybe some mornings and some late afternoons, evenings you're going to look at because people use it at different times, different days of the week, that kind of stuff. So you guys have been pretty smart about this thing. So I'm pretty excited in regards to what you're going to be able to do that's out there. Okay. So if somebody has interest in what you have going on, they're going to be able to contact who?
Our troop,
Okay, and what was the troop number again?
7093.
7093, and you guys are out of what council?
The Grand Canyon.
Grand Canyon Council, so they can do that. Would it be okay if they contacted us over at the Parks and Recreation Department?
Yep.
Okay, so if that's cool with you guys, I think we can work that out. If they want to volunteer, we can do that, and I think you mentioned that we're looking at trying to do something in October.
Yep.
Okay, but we're going to get our survey answers back and get some of that stuff figured out. What else do we need to be thinking about? I think we pretty much got it. Oh, telephone number. I should probably mention that,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so they want to call the department. They'll be doing that at 759-3090, or they could send us an email at parks@pvaz.net. That'd probably be the best way. Would that help you guys out okay?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay, so we got surveys that are going to be happening. We're going to get responses back. We'll get some good ideas on what elements we're able to put out there, get some good information back from our dog park users, and I think we should be good to go, right?
Yep.
Okay, so let's see if we can't support these young men achieving going from Life Scouts to Eagle Scouts here real quick. That would be pretty awesome, making some nice improvements in our dog park. And with that, let's turn it over to our Parks and Recreation Commission and see what questions they might have in addition to these young men and how they might be able to help us.
Okay, very good. So, guys, come on up to the microphone, and I'm going to let the dogs loose on you right now for a few questions. So, if any commissioners want to start off with some questions, I'll go ahead and open it up.
Well, I'll start out with a comment. I'm sorry to hear that our park's gone to the dogs. But it sounds like you have really a great idea for a project. I think this is something we probably really needed and maybe we haven't addressed very well. So I'm kind of excited to hear you're going forward with this project and with the survey that the users can tell us what they want. So I'm kind of excited about this.
Lori, go ahead.
Go ahead. Good.
So are you potential Eagle Scouts, or are you considered Eagle Scouts now even though you're not 18?
Right now we're Life Scouts.
Life Scouts, okay. And then I have another question. Actually, it's a comment, Benson and Caden. You guys are naturals on TV. Oh my goodness, maybe we should get your autograph.
Elaine?
I have a question for you, gentlemen. We have two dog parks in the same area for different sized dogs. Which one are you concentrating on?
I'm doing the large dog park,
Okay.
and Caden's doing the one.
So you're going to cover both of them?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big project. I congratulate you to do the whole deal. That's pretty good. It needs it. Yeah.
So, guys, with your survey, how are you going to do your survey? Are you going to stand out there and kind of talk to people? Let you tell us how you're going to work your survey so you guys can get a good idea what everybody wants. And I will tell you this, there's a lot of dog owners in this town that are looking for an improvement in our dog park. So this is a great project for you guys to pick. Thank you. And people will be excited, and I do believe that you will have some donations coming your way so you can make us a nice dog park. But explain about your survey.
We have we asked what type of equipment they might want. Mm-hmm. So we have agility equipment and equipment that they might like to put in. And then on the back, we asked them what side do they use, and, what do they prefer more, what features. And we also asked like what type of dog they have, so we know like what they like to play on. We also asked them, would they like to help us support with this project? And if they want to, then then they write down their email address, and then that's about it.
Also, we put a map, so if they want to say, don't put any equipment over here so the dogs can run around, they can draw on it.
So you've put some thought into this. Have you looked around at other dog parks around, like Prescott, or have you traveled different places and looked at dog? So that's how you got your ideas on things that dogs like, and just talking to people?
Yeah.
Perfect. So you're on the big side, you're thinking about stuff for big dogs. The other side is for smaller dogs. So you're looking at things there for that smaller dogs like. So your main education on this stuff is going to come actually from the people that are going to be there. So you guys are expecting to go there and catch people at the park and say, hey, do you have a dog? And is it a big one, small one? What would you like to see? This is great, guys. I think... Any other questions, comments?
Well, I was just curious, did I hear you expect to complete the survey and maybe start some work in October?
Yes.
And with the completion in October? If you get the support?
Yeah, we were going to complete around, hopefully the first couple weeks of November.
Very good.
Great.
So are you guys kind of going around to some of the places, like maybe a Home Depot, and asking if they would donate, and you're looking for some donations from people, and so you're kind of hitting the bricks with businesses and maybe some contract people or builders to help with this, and just overall dog lover volunteers to come on and help you guys when you get your project going. I think it's outstanding that you guys have stepped up and take care of our dog park. It does need work. We've been out there. Lori, go ahead.
Do either of you have dogs?
No.
You're going to have to get one now.
They
Parents?
can share at the dog park.
So I think it's a great survey, guys. I think you've put a lot of thought and effort into this. I think you should be proud of yourselves. I think you did fine with your interviews on town with Brian. I think it's very tough to stand up here tonight in front of us and in front of a microphone and be on TV, and you guys have come across very educated. I'm excited for this dog park to happen, and I know this commission is excited to see things happen in that dog park. It's been a long time since it was put up, and when we put it up, we just kind of put it up quickly. We didn't really put a lot of thought in there, and we didn't put a lot of stuff. So I'm glad to see you guys come forward and all this, and some of this stuff looks pretty cool for dogs to do when I look at this. Is there plans for, is there like water at our dog park already there? Like if dogs need a drink, they can get something water there. Are you guys going to do anything different with that? You're going to leave it like it is?
We're going to leave it like it is.
And you're just planning on doing a little more landscaping in there, a little more dog toys and fun things to do, and have a ball. Did you guys catch that one? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And then we can squeak this out. Get that one too? Squeak. Mm-hmm. Okay. Good. As long as you guys are listening.
Hilarious.
Okay, you guys, as long as you guys, just see if you guys are listening. But guys, I think this is a wonderful opportunity for you guys, wonderful opportunity for us. And anything you guys want to say?
I think we have like a grant. I don't know really much about it.
Yeah, so we requested for a grant. So I'm pretty sure it's going to the next level.
Very good, boys. Very good. Good. Good luck. Anything else from our commission?
No, I'm very grateful you came tonight. Thank you for being here and for talking to all of us. We appreciate your enthusiasm for the town.
And just a quick thank you to the Scouts. We have a very long history of Scouts coming to doing projects for the town, and they have all been successful and very important. So thank you very much.
Yes. And also, parents, be very proud of what you've got. These guys are pretty amazing. So keep up the good work. Thanks, Mom and Dads. Thank you, fellas, for coming tonight.
I have one question.
Oh, sure.
And Benson and Caden, wish you guys well in your project. And I just want to know if you might be coming back after it's finished, maybe to give us an update. Is that possible? Or
Yeah.
I don't know if the director will let you come back.
So do you guys have a
You just want to see the Eagle Scout badge. That's
Do you guys have a conceptual plan yet, or are you still kind of looking at things, seeing how much money you get and all that before you really come up with the big plan? And then maybe you could come in front of us again with your plan and say, here's what we're looking at. What do you guys think? And we'd sure give you the thumbs up. All right. If there's nothing else, fellas, I want to thank you so much for coming tonight. Did a great job. Like I say, we're glad to have you on board with us. Come on back, see us again with your plan, and we'll give you the thumbs up, get you going on this thing. Thanks, guys, for coming tonight.
Thank you.
So, moving on, we'll go to Director's Report. And we'll go to the Director's Report with Brian.
Who, what?
Yeah.
Well, as you can see, my scout friends have kept me quite busy. We've been investigating all kinds of cool and wonderful, exciting things that can go on there.
That was a nice presentation.
It was.
Very nice.
Being TV stars, these guys are awesome. They've also had, I think you may have seen in some of the images there, they learned about drones. That's how they captured the picture that was put into their survey. They were actually able to go out there, got to see how that equipment functions and the connectivity, all of those different aspects of things, and I think they're going to be able to use that for some of their future badges and information out there. Got to do a quick little tour of our recording studio downstairs, so they got to see some of that activities and experiences. You're seeing in their survey via their handouts. They've done quite a bit of different research and have some ideas, but they also realized right off the bat, it's not about what their thoughts and ideas are. They need to also go out there and interact with the folks that utilize that particular facility and understanding what some of their needs are. It may not be about the different obstacles or agility elements or those types of things. There might be other needs that are out there. So pretty excited about that.
Mr. Chair,
Yes.
is the survey going to be distributed any other way?
It's just going to be in person and on site. So we're going to take that data and collect it. From there, we'll do our analysis and determining what types of features might be found. It might be the same features on both sides. There may be different features on both sides depending upon what those interests are or needs are. Then from there, also then going out and seeing what kind of support that they can rally. So they mentioned that they're in need of some funds because, of course, we need cash to be able to buy things, but we're also going to be seeking those donations. And I think they've already completed outreach to the Home Depot and Lowe's and places of that nature seeking that type of assistance. So they're underway. They're a good silent army.
Who's the grant with?
I'm sorry?
Who's the grant with?
The grant is pending with the National Realtors Association via our Prescott area chapter, if you will.
Awesome.
So they're very excited about that because the Realtors Association recognizes the value and importance of dog parks in the community. So this is one of their identified elements. So that is what we're working on. So they've actually, as the scouts indicated this evening, it has reached the state level with approvals, and it's now going to the national office. So pretty excited about that. So that is what we're working on there. Beyond that, there's a couple of different elements that we'll be talking about that's down in our agenda related to developments out at Santa Fe Station Park, also some grant applications that have been worked upon. We hosted our annual Yavapai Rough Riders Soccer Clinic out at Mountain Valley Park. Good attendance and activities there. Engaged with our National Night Out program, the assistance of our police department, or we aided the police department. And then our staff, members of our team, attended the annual Arizona State Parks and Recreation Conference. So those are a few of those little things that we've been highly involved with over the course of this last month, but I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have on the department's report.
How did the dance go?
The dance. Oh, we did well, but not well enough. So I think it was the anchor in the
guy in the back.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw it, I said, why did we put him in there? Ow. Could have won this thing.
Yeah, I think he kind of forced his way in. So. But thank you all for your support. Greatly appreciated.
Any questions, comments for Brian? I know you never have a slow day in your department. With the list we look at of things you have to go through and do, we're just surprised that you can keep up and keep doing what you're doing.
We're a running bunch.
You bet we are. Okay, no more questions, comments. We'll move on to the chairperson's report. So tomorrow is 9/11, very important day in our lives. They have a healing field ceremony tomorrow evening. Brian, do you know the time it starts?
I believe it's 6 p.m.
I was going to say
And I
6.
apologize off the top of my head. Unfortunately, we're missing the youth choir going on this evening, but our annual ceremony's on Wednesday, the 11th.
Yes, and I believe it was 6.
Believe
Get there
so.
early, get a chair, put on. Anyway, very important time in our lives. The healing fields tomorrow, established by Mary Mallory, brought it to our town. It's been here for many years. It's an awesome thing to walk through, awesome site to go see. You can read the cards, updated cards this year. We've got photos also. There's boots on the ground out there. It's pretty heartfelt. It's a thing we all need to see. If you haven't been out there yet, tomorrow night, big ceremony. Get there early, find your spot, and then also we will be doing the takedown on Friday, September 13th. Looking for volunteers, of course. They could come. If they have questions, can they contact Parks and Recs Department?
We'd be happy to. Also online on screen right here, you also have a web address for folks that would like to learn more about tomorrow night's presentation and any and all other processes concerning the field. But give us a buzz at the office, 759-3090, and we'd be able to help you out.
Very good. Any questions, comments?
But love volunteers, so thank you for that shout out. We need as many as we can get.
It's a beautiful sight to see, and to be a part of the setup and the takedown is just as heartfelt as going and walking through it. So moving on, we'll go to the chairperson's report. So I have one of those national park books we get. We kind of page through them quickly and think, well, there wasn't a lot of stuff in there. But I found a new survey done by the National Recreation and Parks Association, and they listed the top outdoor recreation activities in America. So when I read that, I thought, well, this is kind of something we haven't really looked at much. So coming in at number 1 was picnicking in our parks as number 1 at 58%. Most people thought that was the most important reason they go to the parks. Second was swimming. 48% go to the parks to try and swim. Walking came in third at 45%. We've always considered tracks and field and trails for people to walk, which is very important. Other popular activities included community social events, such as our healing fields and things, 38%. Attending performing arts events, 32%. We have our free band concerts and things sometimes. Camping came in at 30%. We don't have a lot of parks in town you can camp in, but future's coming. And surprising to me, the activities that scored lower, playing in team sports or leagues, was only 12% in parks. Playing racket sports, only 11%. Yeah. And running or cycling races was only 10%. So here we've always thought of ourselves as doing well with team sports and fields and leagues and all these things. And as we look at the new survey done, those are some of the lowest activities people want to participate in. So when we look to the future, maybe in our parks, picnicking, maybe putting some picnic tables out under trees and spreading them out further and giving people more opportunities. Swimming, of course. Walking, we've always had that on our heads. So I was kind of surprised by the survey. I was surprised, but I was glad I found it because I've kind of had tunnel vision, thinking the same over the years, that we're on the right track by trying to supply fields and such, and now my eyes are open to there's more needs than just athletics and fields, and there's people out there that want to just do leisurely fun activities.
I think it's easy to have that impression because we see all of the sports activities, the baseball, the little league, soccer, which are in tremendous demand, and all of those team sports, the basketball, the volleyball, on and on. And we see the attendance and how popular those are up here, and how our fields are frequently pretty well filled up. And it's easy for us maybe to lose track that there are other things that we need to look at as well.
Exactly.
Now, you may pick up on some buzzisms that I'm throwing out here, so grab a hold of that buzzisms, okay?
Right.
So, as he was indicating, he views that there's some peaks and some valleys that are in parks and recreation. Okay. And the analysis was that some of our non-traditionals, or maybe those things that aren't in the forefront of our minds, have some pretty high and important ranking. I think the value in this is when you look at all of those things from top to bottom, they're in our portfolio of service.
Exactly.
We are offering all of those different types of things. So when the trends come and go and then ebb around again, we're there. And we can make that transition and be available based upon what our needs and interests are from our community, as well as our visitors. So I think that is the beauty. What I'm hearing in your statement is that we're there.
Bet.
We are there.
Offering.
We've got our multi-use pass. We've got some of those environments for picnicking, our very top item. We just went through a few years ago the transition of American Legion Park to do exactly that because it was a high-valued element that was not existing out there. And then hopefully in November we're going to have a ribbon cutting for a Ramada so that folks can come out and picnic out there, do those types of things. So I think
I would also like to say that Tonto North, on any given Sunday afternoon, there are people picnicking, and they have blankets out on the grass because we fixed that park up too.
Yes, ma'am.
And so it's really very welcoming.
Exactly.
Yeah, the different parks really have different uses. A lot of times we focus on Mountain Valley Park, where we have a fourplex for baseball, we have the soccer fields, because there's a lot of use there. However, when you look at the picnic, as Elaine, you're saying, we go to some of the other parks, you go down to maybe Fane, you would probably see a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
And there's no sports down there, there's no other, besides fishing, there's no other
Fishing,
activities.
hiking, panning.
So it may not be at the top that we see all.
Right. And so I think that's the important thing. We're going to learn a lot more because there's another survey that's going on right now, and that's our master plan survey. It actually should be hitting folks' mailbox this week and next week, getting out there. So we're going to learn a lot more. We're going to see some new trends that are going to be happening because our goal is always looking to try to diversify our portfolio of service as much as we possibly can. And it's all within reason. Sometimes we get it, a large number of those. Sometimes we don't get everything that we're searching for or that we hear from our community on. So we've done a variety of things. Our parks have transitioned, talked about it in regards to the improvements that we're making out there, and that will always be the case. Where we've had certain things in certain areas, we're wanting to diversify our parks and what they're like because not all parks should be the same. So try to do a variety of different things. So nice.
Good. Nice. And I've been on this commission so long due to the fact that I keep believing that parks are very important to a community. It's somewhere for the families to meet and go and have fun, and it's free. And we're offering a lot to them. We're offering grass, equipment, a lot of opportunities for everybody out there. So everyone utilize our parks. Enjoy them. More on the way.
Definitely. And we got a couple of cool guys in the back that want to make them better.
You bet. We've got improvements coming all the time. Okay, and the last thing I have is good news and bad news. Bad news, we're losing Lori Hunt from our Parks and Recs Commission.
That might be the good news, too.
Well, I haven't got that far yet. Just don't push me, Lori. Miss walk in late. So what it is Lori came to our community, got on this Parks Commission, and has not been here that long, but she's been a huge asset for us and she's going to be a huge asset where she's going. That's the good news. The good news is that she had 14 people to compete with for a seat on our council. She got down to the final 3. They had the 3 have kind of like a question night, and she came out on top. So we hate to see Lori go, but we're glad to see where you're going. And we know that, Lori, you're going to be such a huge asset to us on our council and over the betterment of our community. And we're so proud and happy for you. We're a little disappointed, but we're proud and happy for you. We would love to have seen you stay.
Thank you.
But with that, Lori, you want to give us a few words on your feelings for your future?
So thank you very much, Buzz, and the commission. I was blessed to be able to be on this commission and to work with Brian. And like I said in my resignation letter, he's one of a kind. He's really amazing, and this town is so lucky to have him. He just has so much foresight, and I was watching him on that video with those youth, and it was just, you're just a natural at everything that comes along, and you really are to be commended. And I look forward to following the master plan process. I look forward to working a little bit more closely with you. I'd like to help Parks and Rec however I can, and we did talk about that. So I'm super excited. I get sworn in on Thursday, and kind of hitting the ground running already. But it's all good. It really is. It's all good. So I'm very excited, and I'm sorry I'm leaving, but I'll be watching you guys from afar.
And we hope you do. We hope you...
Yeah, talking to you, too. Not saying unlimited funding for Parks and Rec, but...
Yeah, just don't forget where you came from, girl.
But I think you'll do an excellent job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I think it's going to be a real benefit for the town. You're a professional and have a lot of knowledge.
We're very excited.
Exactly what we need.
Thank you.
Very excited. And when at your swear-in, you could probably give us a little notice.
I definitely will.
Okay.
I already made notes on my agenda to talk about the boys, so tune in on Thursday.
That's right. We'll be watching,
good.
and not just about you guys, but us too.
Yeah, get an in with Larry. That's what we need.
It's so. Any other comments, questions? Lori, like I say, we hate to see you go, but we're glad to see where you're going. I know you'll be a huge asset for us all.
Thank you.
Thank you. Moving on, we'll go to the Tree Advisory Board business. The chairperson's report. We have the tree donation program we are updating. We used to have a memorial tree program. Well, now we're just kind of throwing that out the window, and we're opening it up to anybody that would like to buy a tree and donate and have their name put on that tree or something like that. We're going to open it up for anybody and everybody. Businesses, grandparents, parents, children. I talked to a couple the other day, and they were at George Anderson Park, and they had said they had heard something about this tree program, and they're expecting their first child. And they thought, how cool would this be to have our first child's name on a little baby tree and watch it grow with their child? And I thought, wow, that is very cool. Very cool program.
We're going to start advertising this?
We're going to start getting, once we get it lined up and where we're going with all this, and I know Brian is maybe thinking of a chamber meeting or some kind of thing to start getting this word out there. We'd really like to launch it and kick it off for our Arbor Day 15-year celebration is what we are looking at. We really want to get the word out there. We want to get some trees donated and have Arbor Day this year be our big blast. And branch out.
Oh, that's hilarious. I definitely want 3 because we have 3 grandkids, so mark me down and let me know if I can help.
Excellent. Well, yes, you can.
And when we get the program, everybody will know the cost. They'll know exactly what they're going to get.
And you're going to have a variety of tiers and opportunities.
Exactly.
So if you want recognition with the program, there's a couple of tiers within that level of recognition. If there are no recognition elements that you want, you just will know it's your tree. We can go through that route. We're also searching through and wanting to identify a program, again, trying to encourage more of an inventory within our system here, that if you choose to go through the non-on-site recognition program electronically, you can find your tree in the system. And so that you'll be able to go into our interactive parks map and through GIS locations be able to find the tree that you donated and learn more about that tree, i.e. the type of species that the tree might be, and then more about how that tree is supposed to grow and what it turns into maturity, what colors does it change into the fall, all of those different types of things, and there's a lot more data that comes with that. So we're trying to take technology up to the top. We're very fortunate in previous years where we have received a forestry grant. We have a handheld GPS data collection unit that has helped us capture all of that data. So now we're trying to take it to the next level through this. So the tree donation program will be a substantial part of that, and celebrating our 15th anniversary as a Tree City USA community. So pretty excited.
Yes.
Any other questions? Another thing we thought of was maybe some events going on that we could possibly tie in with the Gold Fever?
Gold Fever, yes,
Gold
sir.
Fever Days. Mm-hmm. And we thought maybe with our Ann Arbor celebration, we could maybe have some axe throwing and lumberjack guys come out and maybe do some kinds of events and things.
Don't go out on a limb now.
Ooh. I will leave that one alone. Wow. And then, and then we thought maybe if we could get these different groups to come. I know there's a guy out, and I think he's in Dewey or somebody that actually does chainsaw wood carving and makes statues and things. And
we're trying to grow the trees.
We're trying to get to the root. And so
you're trying to crown the whole thing.
But it is. We're trying to make this an exciting year.
You'll see me a lot at the council meetings.
It won't be like this on the council, right?
We should go visit the council. We liven it up a little bit.
Yeah. So it is. It's a program that we're trying to grow for Arbor Day. We really want to make this a big bash this year. So anybody that's got any ideas or quite things, go ahead and give Brian a call. Write them, jot them down, throw them out there. We're looking for anything and everything. We've even talked about maybe getting some logs and showing education classes on how you can the age of the tree by the rings inside. Many different ideas we've come up with so far. We're just trying to piece it all in. Elaine was the first one that I thought of for log rolling. And I know she still has her spikes from years back when you did.
Not only that, I can go up the telephone pole with those
I've seen you shimmy.
We'd better move on.
So if there's no more questions or comments.
Hey, this is getting a little corny, okay?
You've had to put that seed in there. So moving on, we'll go to old business. We'll look at the Santa Fe Station Park construction updates with Brian.
A couple of quick items for you as we transition here. Turn the page. So, Santa Fe Station, the pickleball courts are completed with the exception of they have a process in which they flood the court. What they're trying to do is find areas in which the courts hold water. They go through a grinding process. Once that is done, Mother Nature has also removed her element from the pitcher. They're going to come back out and begin the color coat process. So that's going to be the final piece to that puzzle. Right now, we have tentatively scheduled that first half of October in which those folks will return back on site to begin that process after all of their determinations are done. So hopefully mid to late October, we'll have pickleball completed through its construction process with the exception of being able to light the court. That is another process through our construction with Universal Homes, the developer out there. So their application is in now with APS in regards to getting power there to the site. So that'll be the final step that we have to go through out there for pickleball play. On site this week and next are our playground folks. What they're doing is the final elements of concrete, and then following that, then the pour-in-place rubberized surface can be installed. And once that is complete, then town staff and volunteers will be able to come in and then place the engineered wood fiber. And then the ramps will then follow. and the playground will become whole. So again, we're looking at that same time frame of the first half of October, having that all knocked out, taken care of. Our current project that's underway is our irrigation system for the turf area for Santa Fe Station. That contractor is wrapping up all of the infrastructure underground work taking place. We're hoping by the first part of next week that all of the leveling and topsoil is taken care of. Once that's handled, probably the last week of September, we'll be able to fully utilize water to the site and have the irrigation system fully functional, throw seed, and start growing grass. That's what we're anticipating, so we can get through all of October and a good portion of November before it starts to cool off and things go dormant, which will then accelerate our spring for us rather than having nothing. That way we can be up and going, and hopefully by, let's say, anticipate perhaps June, we have a carpet of turf that is usable. We can all go out and play and have a good time. So that is what we're looking for there. So our timelines are going real well there. Universal Homes has some landscaping elements on the very front end of the park, that roadway area around the parking lot. So that is one of their tasks that they're underway with right now, along with parking lot lights. So again, when power comes to the site, we'll be able to have those items up and going. We're also have presented our general outline of rules and operations concerning pickleball play out there. Council has heard those. They are formulating then their thoughts and feedback to us. So we're hoping that on September 26th, we'll have that completed with their approvals. And then we can begin our signage out there at the site doing those things. Our interactions with our local pickleball association have been very positive in regards to what we have proposed out there. So we got triple thumbs up in their reviews and interactions. So we'll be looking forward to lots of fun stuff coming this fall, doing those little items out there. So that's pretty much where we're at. What our future anticipation is sometime in that December-January window, our restrooms will be manufactured and complete and delivered. And when they deliver, it's usually same-day service. They show up, they put in place, utilities are hooked up, and they're fully functional. So this will work out very well for us. Somewhat similar to Bob Edwards Park's facilities there.
Let's see, you said January?
December, January, right in that window of time.
Any other questions, comments? It's a park that I know everybody's excited for. Not only pickleball, but even the playground equipment for the kids. I know there's a big talk going around town about how soon they can get on that. Well, I'm sure they've already been on and utilizing.
Unfortunately, a few folks have been out visiting us, and that would be another item of caution. I would encourage everyone. We understand that when they see certain amenities out there, that they think that's an opportunity. Please understand it is an active construction site. It will not be open until a variety of different elements are put into place. We will make those announcements, but please help ourselves and yourself out in regards to having a little bit of patience. Wait with us, and sooner than later, it'll be ready to go. The item I'm most excited about is the playground. Having that opportunity out there, some of the signage that's going to be involved, the activities that are there. So I'm pretty pumped in regards to seeing all the fun and opportunities folks get to have in utilizing that playground.
That'll be an exciting ribbon cutting for all of us to show up that day and enjoy. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to Mountain Valley Park electrical system repairs.
Yes, so when I was at your last meeting, I was very apologetic to you. Mother Nature had a little bit of fun at our expense, literally. She zapped a step-down transformer, which was on the backside of our restroom facility there in Mountain Valley Park, and we lost the skate park lights, the Ramada lights, the artificial turf lights, a whole host of different things. So it was a very vital component to our programs and services out there. So I want to commend staff highly for their efforts. Because they were very aggressive in being able to secure new equipment, also the technicians that were necessary to make this happen well before our adult softball season and our youth soccer season, because it was eliminating those activities. So happy to report all of that has taken place. The park is fully functional in every aspect of operation, and everyone are happy campers at night because they can see where they want to go and put the ball where it needs to be. So pretty excited about that because we were anticipating about a 12-week loss, and we were able to accomplish that in about 6 to 7. So we did really, really well because step-down transformers just don't sit on the shelf.
Right.
Do we need to look at protecting some of that equipment in a better way?
This is an item there was nothing anyone could do. When you get zapped by lightning, as well as it was grounded, as well as the equipment was there, things just happen. And this was very unique. The park's been there forever, and there's no indication that has ever happened before.
Yeah, I know everything's really well grounded and
Yes.
well designed.
Yeah.
Okay.
So much to the point that the infrastructure, and I say step down, we're going from one voltage to another level of voltage for all the lower aspects. There was no damage from that point going back out. So it did its job in the best way it could possibly do. So it handled the task.
Do we have a fire?
Well, I'm sorry?
Do you have any fire with it?
No, that was the beauty of it, at least the time in which it happened. Yes, it was in use, and staff was able to review and address. Could it have potentially? Yes, but we were able to manage that effectively. It just required taking fields and other activities out of operation at that moment. So all due diligence was taken, appropriately handled. We just needed to take a little respite from what was going on and make the repairs as necessary.
Good.
Very good. Any other questions, comments? Hearing none, we'll move on to new business. We have the Arizona Department of Forestry 2019 tree grant.
Exactly. I am very, very happy to announce that our application with the Arizona State Forestry Office was accepted. And in saying that, just give a little visual here. This is about a $7,000 grant application that we have in its total. And where did it go? Here we are. Nope. Never mind, it's good enough. How's that sound?
We can see the bottom of it. There you go.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Okay.
So our grant application's focusing on Santa Fe Station Park. Why? Well, drive by. Don't see a single tree at that location, right? Except for some of those Russian elms that just kind of pop up in the drainage channel, okay? So our intent is to take the funds that are received from this grant application combined with local match dollars with volunteers, staff, other donated support elements, you name it, totaling $7,000 to be able to plant trees in Santa Fe Station Park. Okay, so we can immediately start to develop that forestry unit over there. So we're very excited that out of the, believe it or not, $5,000 that was available through the entire grant program for the state of Arizona, we captured 3 out of the total 5. So we were pretty excited because truthfully we thought be lucky to see 1,000, but we went for it. So I believe that is a truncament to our efforts of past years. I am going to play the game tonight. So So we have all kinds of opportunity here. We're going to design this as part of our program in April for our Arbor Day celebration. So hopefully this works in concert with our tree donation program. Others would like to come on board with us so that we can provide this service to our community. I am looking for an action item from the Commission for their acceptance and recommendation that this move forward to Town Council to ultimately receive these grants from the Arizona State Forestry Department.
I'll make my last motion to approve this and forward it to council.
Wow, maybe you get to actually do it twice.
Yeah, you can
Yeah, you
make a
can
motion
just look at
to
this.
recommend it and then to approve it on Thursday.
Second.
I have a motion and a second for the approval and acceptance of our grant match, our grant application fund. Do I have, let's call for a vote. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. It
And I
should-
have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Ending date, May 31st, 2020. Does that mean all the trees have to be in by then?
Yes, the grant needs to be completed by that time frame.
Okay.
So we're feeling very comfortable. It's actually 30 days after our Arbor Day celebration, which will happen in April.
Right.
So with that, any other follow-up, any of these types of things that we may still need to capture, or if we're super successful with more donations and those types of things, we'll be able to receive some acceptance to maybe work some magic in other portions of our community as well. Not saying that that'll happen, but boy, I'm sure hopeful.
Good. So we have had a very successful Tree City going on here in Prescott Valley for many, many years. Like I say, 15th anniversary coming up. We put in for grants and we get lucky enough to get some, and you can see it in our town by just the trees that are going up. And every Arbor Day we've been able to celebrate with a lot of trees.
Yes, sir. And a lot of individuals joining us
Yes.
arm in arm.
You bet. And hopefully everybody jumps on board with the tree donation program also. Okay, moving on. Any other? As we'd like to go, I'd like to thank the commission tonight for everything. I want to say goodbye to Lori. We're going to miss you, but we're going to be watching and following you. And I want to give a shout out to Kathy tonight that keeps us on track with all of our paperwork and things. Without her, we'd all be scrambling. Any other questions, comments? And we'll go to unscheduled public appearances. Caden, you got nothing else for us? You were Caden, weren't you? Was that Caden? Nothing else for you tonight? All right, sir. We will be seeing you again. So moving on, well, the next meeting will be Tuesday, October 8th at 6:30 right here in this auditorium. And with that, I would ask for a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I have a motion to adjourn, second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned. Thank you very much, Prescott Valley.